Loving the life that I live, fly shit, hold on, you're not it. V6, V8, V10, V12 to a private jet. Stay bagged up with a bad bitch, always on exotic shit. Money, bags, yeah, you know I keep them running. Loving the life that I live, fly shit, hold on, you're not it. V6, V8, V10,
What up, you guys? It's your girl CandyGirlCeCe, and I am back, yes, with another one. And today's video is going to be a part of the What I'm Whippin' series, which I haven't done in a very long time. And I said, you know what? I still get the cars. You guys actually like these type of videos, so hey, why don't I continue the series? So we're back. This is going to be episode number 5, hot number 5 of What I'm Whippin'. And today we're going to be reviewing the 2020 Kia Optima. So let's start this What I'm Whippin' as we do with most of the series and look at the keys. So here's the key for the 2020 Kia Optima. Pretty standard rectangular key. It does fold down, so that's a little bit more convenient to put in your pocket. Then it flips right back up just in case you need to stab someone, or if you want, you know, you can actually turn on the car with it. On the front of the key, it has a lock, unlock. You hold down to pop the trunk, and it has an alarm, of course, for any emergencies, so that's good. And yeah, that's the key. Kia, of course. And the Kia Optima is actually probably my top 3 of sedans. I love Altimas, Nexus Camrys, and then the Optima, just because it's not as fancy looking on the outside and it's not as flashy, not a lot of bells and whistles on the inside, but still a pretty good car. As far as gas mileage, it's definitely my number 2. You can easily get 400 to 500 miles to a tank in the Optima. Not exactly how sure that not how big the tank is as far as how many gallons it holds, but that's something you can Google. All right, now that we've taken a look at the key and I've given you a little bit of background on what I feel about the Kia, let's check out the inside. So here is the steering wheel of the Kia Optima. As you can see, I'll give you all angles of it. It's pretty nice looking. Of course, you can see where the airbag is. You can tap on the left and the right up here to honk the horn. Nice fat Kia sign in the center. Has your voice activation, so you can talk with Siri here. You can actually adjust your volume of the radio here. Not sure what this does. Let's see here. Doesn't do anything right now, apparently. You can turn on your phone, and you can hang up your phone call here on the left side. On the right side, that's how you adjust the settings menu. You have your cruise control, okay button if you need to go deeper into a menu, and then your cancel button if you want to get out, which is pretty convenient because a lot of times I get into these menus and I have no idea how to get out of them. Like now, back, okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Oh no, back, driver assistance. We'll just get out of there. There we go. So that's that. On the knobs here is how you actually turn on the light, if you can see that. You have your different settings, off, auto, who knows what that means. And your high beams. This is also actually, of course, how you put on your turning signals, left or right. here, excuse me, up or down there. On this side is your window wipers, and they have a lot of different settings as far as how fast you want to go. And it only has front window wipers on this one, so this is all it will adjust, is the ones on the front windshield. As far as the console, you can see on the left there you have your RPMs, and within that is the temperature setting. You have your screen here. It does show a digital speedometer, which I love, of course. And on the right you have your manual speedometer as well as the gas tank. This one is 3/4 of a tank, and you see that's about 374 miles to empty. Like I was saying earlier, you can easily get 400 to 500. Just depending on whether or not you're doing city versus highway miles. So that's one reason why I really like the Kia Optima, because the gas mileage is pretty good. On the door here, pretty standard setup. You have control of all 4 windows. You have your lock and unlock button in the same area, your window lock, and you adjust the mirrors here as well. So you would hit down the left or right switch and then just move the mirror, as you can see, in the direction you want it to go. Pretty easy. Over here is your vent, so you can control, of course, how much airflow you want out of it. This would be closing it completely, and then up here would be having it open. And then, of course, you can adjust how you want your air to flow by touching this vent button here. Down here, I believe this makes the interior lights brighter. And then you have your on and off for the BCW system, which I believe is just letting you know before you get over when somebody is on your flanks or not. And then it has the lane departure that you can activate as well too. So when you hit that, you can see here on the console, it comes on and lets you know that you have your lane departure on. Down below that is the gas tank. So like I was seeing on the outside of the car, you cannot press the tank to open it. You do have to hit this button. You can also open up your trunk here. And I still have yet to figure out what this button does. So whatever it does is off now. I don't know what that means. If you know what it means, leave it in the comments. I'd love to figure it out. So down here, of course, is your emergency brake. And in this corner is how you pop the hood. So you would just pull this button up and that pops your hood. Let's take a look at the center console. It's a pretty nice size screen, actually. It has a lot of different menus. The menu button here takes you to your phone. It does have Android and Apple CarPlay, a quick guide, radio, music, auxiliary, and then the setup. So we'll look at that. So you can choose your sound, your media, display, Bluetooth, phone protection, date and time. You can change your language if need be. And the home screen. You can actually change your home screen settings, which we don't need to do. And we'll go back to home here. My menu, let's see what that does. No items in my menu. So whatever it is, you have to add it manually, which is cool. We're not going to touch that. And apps and info as well. So like I was saying about the Android and Apple CarPlay, and there's a quick guide, we'll just hit on that. It just gives you information on how to use the vehicle menu a little bit better, so that's cool. We'll go back to home. The time is actually off. It's only 2:16, and I guess if I cared I would adjust that, but I really don't, so that's okay. Here are your flashers here. So your hazard lights are here in the center, nice and easy to find. Down below on the radio, power on, you would just hit this button here to power. So we did power on and off the radio and it disrupted our video, so we'll just not do that again. You have your radio, your media, star button, doesn't know what that means. So you can seek and change your radio stations this way. This gets you back to home. This gets you to the phone. This gets you to the setup button. So some of the same buttons we saw up here on the digital touch screen. Here is how you tune your music as well. You have control over your air and your heater here, where it's a knob, so it goes from 0 to 4. You can control where you want your airflow to go here as well. You have your front defrosters, your rear defrosters, your AC, and how you want the air to circulate in the car as well. Then you have a whole separate knob for the temperature control over here on the right. So As far as the power cables and the USB cords, this vehicle only comes with one USB, which is a downer. I really like cars that have two, but of course, if you care enough, you can plug your adapter in here and then you can have space for two more, and it has the auxiliary cord pull-in. Now this compartment, let's see if it'll let me do it. Ouch. This compartment does pull down if you don't want to show that, so it's nice and concealed as well. And yeah, pretty standard stick shift with, of course, you have to press and decompress this in order to move with your foot on the brake. Has a couple cool compartments, 2 cup holders. Hey, there's a penny. And this guy here, which also ends up doubling up as a cup holder or whatever. So I like cars with a lot of storage in the compartment here. That makes it easier for me to carry all my tons of stuff. So nothing flashy about the glove box. I'm not too sure why this is here. It's just loose, but yeah, it doesn't have any USB cord connections in it or anything like that, but it is a good size. On the passenger side, of course, you have your vents for air. You have your glove box, which is a decent size as well. If you can see that, it opens here by just pulling this knob here out, and then you can close it back. Standard amount of room on the passenger side. It has these nice interwoven seats. Don't know what that's supposed to do, but it looks pretty cool. And on your passenger door, you of course have your handle. You have the lock and unlock, and you can control the one window there. They do have cup holders on the side of the door. So there's one on the passenger, one on the driver, in addition to your storage that you have down here. And that pretty much sums up the console area. Of course, you have your visors that do have mirrors, as most cars do. Has a light here that's very cool. Up top, you can turn on the interior lights by pressing this button, or you can press this button in the center. This will turn them fully on, and this will do probably just when the door is open. And then you have your sunglass compartment here, which is always nifty to have one of those. I know people love leaving sunglasses there, so that's cool. And you have your visor with the same stuff on that side. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the front of the vehicle. Let's take a look at the back seat. So this is the back seat of the 2020 Kia Optima. It's very roomy. I'm about 5'7". I have plenty of room to stretch out, and the seat in front of me is adjusted to my 5'7" height, so it's plenty of room. Back here, nothing really going on. Like I said, I really like when it has aux cords or like cup holders or something, but it's pretty simple. The back of the seat, both seats have compartments that you can store stuff. It's not the solid kind, it's like this woven material here, so you can still see if something's in there, which is cool because I know a lot of times things get stuck in there and they get left, so it's nice to be able to see them still. Very roomy on the back side. Let's see, does this come down? Yes. So the center does come down to give you 2 more cup holders here, which is nice. It also serves as an armrest. It does seat 3 in the back, so you'll see the 1, 2, 3 seat belt holders. The cup holders on the door there as well, so you can hold up to 4 cups in the back, and cup holders on the right. This is how the neck rests look. So they're not movable, unfortunately, but that's okay. They're still pretty comfortable. And that is the back seat. Now let's take a look at the engine. Here's a quick peek at the engine. I normally don't show the engine in my cars tours because I don't know much about engines, but decided to do something a little bit different and show you guys the inside of this one. Looks pretty good in here. Everything's standard. Yeah, throw that in there so you guys can get a good peek at the inside of the car. So this is the outside of the 2020 Kia Optima. Kind of cool headlights. Pretty sure these are stock tires and press. The gas tank has to be open from the inside. It's not the kind that you can press, unfortunately. That's one thing I like the gas tanks you can press on the outside. Got that little muffler down there. No tinted windows on this guy. Yep, so that's the outside. All right, you guys, so that was the entire 2020 Kia Optima. That concludes our tour for this vehicle. I like it. What do you guys think? I mean, actually, like I said, it's one of my top 3 vehicles. Definitely good on gas. Very sturdy, reliable vehicle. Never have broken down in one or had any issues. So that's always a good thing. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this video and you want to see more, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to be notified of all my videos, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can get that first-hand notice. All right, thank you guys so much. Tuning out, CandyGirlCeCe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Fly shit, hold on, you're not it. V6, V8, V10, V12 to a private jet. Stay bagged up with a bad bitch, always on